So in early 2026, the software industry felt a tremor. You saw it in the stock tickers. Salesforce, Intuit, ServiceNow, the giants we built our businesses on, taking a hit. But this wasn't just another market correction. It was a realization. Investors finally saw the writing on the wall. When an AI agent can do the work, your expensive, beautiful user interface is no longer an asset. It's a wall. Welcome to Human Centered Experience. I'm Hitesh, and today we're looking at the end of the storefront as we know it. We're moving from a world of search and click to a world of agent to agent. If your 2026 business plan is still focused on how many people visit your website, your plan is already upside down. We've spent 20 years trying to make humans act like computers, scrolling, clicking, filtering. Now, computers are acting like humans. They're shopping, they're negotiating, and they're deciding. Today, we're going to map out the new invisible handshake. We'll look at the new Agentic Design Manifesto and how you as a leader can rewire your organization before the interface vanishes. Let's get grounded in reality. This isn't science fiction. In 2026, agentic commerce is the new baseline. Think about a standard procurement manager at a mid-sized firm. In 2024, they spent 15 hours a week comparing quotes for raw materials. Today, they issue a mandate. They tell their agent, I need 500 units of carbon steel, must be ISO certified, must arrive by Tuesday, and I'll pay up to a 5% premium for carbon neutral shipping. In milliseconds, that agent isn't searching, it's negotiating. It finds 3 supplier agents, checks their real-time inventory via the Universal Commerce Protocol, and closes the deal. The human doesn't see a website, they see a verified outcome. Or look at the consumer retail. Giants like Gap and the Home Depot have stopped fighting for your attention and started fighting for your delegate. They've realized that if a shopping agent can't read their inventory, they don't exist. This is the shift from SEO, search engine optimization, to AEO, answer engine optimization. The goal for you is to ask, is my brand discoverable to a machine? Now, if you're a designer or a CX strategist, your first instinct is to draw a journey map. But here's the problem. Agents don't have journeys. They have state transitions. In the traditional world, we map things like aesthetics and click-through rates. In the agentic world, we map friction, and friction has a new formula. In my book, I do explore the agentic CES, or the customer effort score. For starters, I believe that there are 4 aspects that will be important for this calculation: interoperability, data density, human interruptions, and the wait time. If the agent has to work too hard, scraping a messy website HTML code, or waiting on a slow API, it will deprioritize your service. For agentic world, I'm proposing 3 new layers of the blueprint. First is the mandate layer. This replaces the landing page. It's where the human gives the bot permission to act. Your job as a leader is to design the guardrails, the rules that keep the bot from overspending. The handshake layer. This is machine to machine. It's built on MCP, the Model Context Protocol. It's where the deal happens. And the third is a resolution layer. The bot comes back to the human, not with a success page, but with a reasoning log. I chose this flight because it saved you $200 and had the extra legroom you prefer. This is where the human and human-centered experience actually lives. We're designing for the outcome, not the experience of getting there. So, what are the new rules? Let's talk about manifestos. First, the Agentic Design Manifesto. As a manager, you need to tell your design teams, stop designing for clicks, start designing for logic. We need auditability over aesthetics. If a bot can't explain why it made a choice, the user won't trust it. The trust is the new conversion rate. And second, the Service Design Manifesto. Your value is no longer in touch point, it's in the relationship. We must design for contextual resumption. If an agent hits a wall, and has to ask a human for help, the human shouldn't have to start from zero. The bot should brief the human like a high-level assistant. One more thing to add here, bot personas. Yes, similar to the ones that we've been creating for customer and user personas, bot will also have their own personas. Is your infrastructure ready for the vigilant optimizer who only cares about raw data density? Can you satisfy the high fidelity concierge who's looking for the vibe and the luxury metadata? Can you pass the test of the compliance officer who needs a cryptographically signed proof of your ethics? Each of these is a different customer your backend must serve. I know this feels like your business plan is being torn apart, but there is a massive opportunity for those who move first. Let's start with 3 small steps this week. First, audit your data density. While maintaining business as usual for today's world, start looking at your website schema for future readiness. If your product isn't machine readable, you are essentially closed for business in an agentic world. Second, design your interrupts. Sit down with your user experience leads. Ask them, when our bot gets confused, how does it gracefully ask the human for permission? That transition is where you win or lose customer loyalty. Third, shift your KPIs. Move away from time on site. That's an old world metric. Start measuring successful mandates. How quickly did you help the customer's agent achieve their goal? We call this show human-centered experience because at the end of the day, the agents work for us. When we remove the friction of clicking through 50 websites to find a hotel, we give the human their time back. We give them their life back. The most human-centered design in 2026 is the one that stays out of their way. Thanks for listening to my podcast. If you found this insightful, please subscribe, share, and check out my recent article on this topic on LinkedIn. As always, feel free to get in touch with me with comments, suggestions, and ideas. I'm Hitesh, and I'll see you next time.